This is a CarNewsCafe.com podcast quick sip.
Hello, this is Aaron from CarNewsCafe.com. Today in this podcast quick sip, we're going to talk about the 2014 Nissan Titan Pro 4X. This is a big, beastly pickup truck that's still focused on the roots of what makes a truck. It contains none of the high-end comforts of most of the competition outside of a goodly array of electronics. The aging Titan is, in many ways, a little like a burly old man who still hangs with the young bucks despite being kind of out of place. Now in its 7th year, the 2014 Nissan Titan is definitely long in the tooth. For the 2014 model year, little has changed since 2013, which hadn't changed much from before that. Everything about the Titan is workhorse Spartan, with durability and plain strength being the key impression taken away once you've driven this truck. As the youngest of the pickup trucks in the full-size American market, the Titan is also the lowest selling. Inside Nissan, though, we've heard that the company hadn't planned on the truck taking off in a big way very quickly, but that all eyes should be on this next generation, which is due to unveil in Detroit come January. Like Toyota before them, Nissan is taking it slow and steady with this truck to gain inroads into the full-size pickup truck market. With pickup trucks, the focus is usually on two things: capability and more capability. That begins with the power plant. The 5.7-liter V8 under the Titan's hood is the only offering the truck has, but it's a good one. It's powerful, time-tested, and durable. It's also thirsty and underperforming compared to others now being offered elsewhere. Despite those drawbacks, the big V8 in the Titan is definitely a workhorse. The tow rating for the truck is 9,500 pounds. That's relatively low compared to others, but it's due to the truck rather than the engine. This 5.7 can pull a lot more than that given its output, which are 317 horses and 385 pound-feet of torque. But limitations on the truck's chassis are holding it back. We mentioned that the 2014 Titan is thirsty as well, getting 12 miles per gallon in the city and 17 on the highway in this Pro 4X package. Going to the cheaper two-wheel drive version gauges 1 mile per gallon on each of those numbers. These numbers from a V8-powered pickup truck would be great if this were the year 2000, but it's 2014, and a 14 mile per gallon combined EPA rating is well below the curve. The interior of the Titan Pro 4X Luxury, as we drove it, is well made and solid. Some bemoan its lacking personality, but it gives an impression of work readiness and to-the-point simplicity. It's comfortable, it's well laid out, and there's nothing cheap about it. The interior of the 2014 Nissan Titan lacks the panache of the newer competition and is very dated by comparison, but this is a truck that's on its last year before a major upgrade. By the same token, the 2013 Toyota Tundra Limited was just as dated when we reviewed that. In context, the last year of the current generation Titan still projects a robust musk that speaks of hard work. For Nissan's reference, however, as they put the final touches on this next generation of the truck, we did find some annoyances here. First, the window controls are up on the door sill where they get rained, snowed, and otherwise dumped upon. It's an annoyance we've noted in other trucks and the SUVs in the past. Next, the trailer brake assist lever housing installed by dealerships, should be noted, was placed right where your shin should be when you're driving. Otherwise, we found little fault to the 2014 Titan. Around town, the Titan handles like most full-size pickup trucks do. It's not particularly nimble or fast, but it does have a steady feel that evokes calm. It's maneuverable enough to park in most places, not over-focused on compacts, and the 2014 Nissan Titan has a well-placed backup camera option to help with that. On the highway, the Nissan Titan is as comfortable as a truck can be without adding a lot of gimmicks. For long drives, few will find the Titan to be a bad choice. Off the road, with the Pro 4X package, it just seems mandatory to go off-road. Although we were big fans of the Titan's little brother, the Frontier, in its Pro 4X package, we didn't find the same joy with this big truck. It's competent and capable, but its larger size and longer bed mean it has less fun factor off the road. On the upside, this means more stability for those who off-road for work rather than play. On bumpy roads and dirt, the 2014 Nissan Titan Pro 4X does well. You'll feel the washboards more than you will in a smaller truck, of course, since the added weight and longer wheelbase mean it can't float the divots. But its superior hauling capacity and better tow rating also mean it can bring all your stuff along for the ride. We took the 2014 Titan to Kurt Gowdy State Park in Wyoming, drove it around the lake through some mud, and back home through a hailstorm, and felt little reason to worry. In more controlled, closer-to-home off-roading, we found it to be capable of getting through the muddy field to service cattle and able to traverse a muddy dirt road to get us back home when it was required. All in all, it's a solid 4x4. For competition, there are 4 major truck makers in the half-ton market in the U.S. All are competition here. The aforementioned Toyota Tundra is newly updated, but disappointingly so, as we reviewed it, while the Ram 1500 which was updated last year, is one of the top contenders in today's market. Ford, of course, has the best-selling F-150, which we'll see an all-new version of hitting showrooms any time now, while Chevy GMC have new trucks already on the market as well. Of these, the Titan is honestly probably the bottom of the pack because it's the only one still riding on 7-year-old designs. For strong points, it's tough and capable, and it exudes strength and robust ability. Weaknesses are that it's very dated, with furniture and layout that's behind the times, and it has limited options with only 2 cab offerings and not much in the way of trim levels. In conclusion, though, the 2014 Nissan Titan Pro 4X is a great all-around pickup truck in many ways, but is dated and behind the times when compared to the newly minted competition. It is, however, solid and capable and gives a definite aura of workday strength to those who drive it. So for CarNewsCafe.com, this has been Aaron. We'll talk to you again soon.